did Critical Role turn against the gods of Exandria? Plus, a surprising fantasy movie update. Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, our weekly look back at all the fantasy and tabletop news not quite big enough for their own videos. Today we're looking back at the latest Critical Role episode, talking about Joe Abercrombie's big movie news, and talking about a surprising Magic the Gathering card error. Now remember, if you like these kinds of news rundowns, be sure to leave your comments and like and subscribe so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news!
I'll need my news team at my side.
Critical Role's Team Isilra is discovering just how deep the anti-god sentiment runs in Exandria. While trying to find a way back to their friends, the group comes across a settlement being oppressed by the Judicators of Pelor. The town seems to worship or be attuned with elemental eidolons, and its leaders seem to echo Ludinus's thoughts about the gods, and namely the idea that Exandria would be better off without them. Heck, it almost sounds like there's this undercurrent that whatever would replace the gods after Predathos eats them up would end up being something better. The group agreed to help rid the town of the Judicators in exchange for help getting back home, which seems to put Team Isilra firmly on the anti-god side of this whole conflict. Although, Orm in particular seemed to finally show some emotion as he increasingly got more and more frustrated with the village elders and the Pelor Judicators for not listening to his warnings about Ludinus. The episode still ended with the party attacking the Judicators, so it seems like the gods may truly be on the way out of Campaign 3, at least for now.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Skydance is making a movie based on Joe Abercrombie's Best Served Cold book, with Mission Impossible's Rebecca Ferguson set to star and Deadpool's Tim Miller set to direct. Now, while this book is set in the same world as Abercrombie's popular First Law series, Best Served Cold is a standalone book about a mercenary out for revenge when she's betrayed during a mission. Now, Abercrombie wrote the script for the film, so expect the same sort of gritty and blood-soaked fantasy that we've come to expect from his work.
Can't wait!
Wizards of the Coast has admitted to an error in the epic Magic the Gathering Battle of Pelennor Field scene card, which you may recall as that set of 18 cards that combines together to form one giant piece of art featuring the Battle of Pelennor Field. The scene card variant of Éomer actually depicts Theoden. The error was due to the Magic production team deciding to have an Éomer scene art card instead of Theoden, after the artwork for the Battle of Pelennor Field was already approved and sent to print. Now, this doesn't actually affect the card itself, but you can expect to hear pedantic players everywhere point out that your fancy variant card features the wrong character whenever it's played from now until the heat death of the universe.
You done messed up, Aaron!
In video game to tabletop news, it looks like we'll be getting adaptations of God of War and Terraria in the near future. CMON's annual report mentioned plans to launch a new God of War board game of some kind, while Terraria's publisher Relogic revealed that a new tabletop publisher called Paperfort Games was working on a tabletop adaptation of Terraria, which will not use the pixel art style synonymous with that franchise. Now, CMON hasn't officially announced this God of War game, but they said that they were planning to launch something or make an announcement in a Kickstarter later this year, so we can probably expect lots of God of War minis coming in the not-so-distant future.
I wish to speak of this no further.
And finally, Paizo's OGL replacement appears to be at the finish line. Paizo released the third draft of its Orc license, which is intended to be an alternative to the open gaming license used by Wizards of the Coast. Now, assuming there's no other significant changes, Paizo will release a final interim Orc license and then register the license with the US Library of Congress. Once the registration is complete, the Orc license will be officially released and open for all publishers and creators to use.
Good news, everyone!
So what was your favorite news story, fans? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.